Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and I thought I would make a little short and sweet video for you guys because I haven't had time to really make content as of recent. I've said this 100 times, right now I'm dealing with my dad and needing to take care of my family's business, and I appreciate everyone's kind words on Twitter and on YouTube comments, so on and so forth, telling me, don't worry about it. And, I've been trying to do what I can. I've been doing a lot of Twitch streaming, links down in the description. We just got our Twitch affiliate. Basically, you guys can, go over there and basically go and subscribe if you really want to. It's $5, but I'm not forcing anyone. And luckily enough, I've had a, few good, really close supporters that have always been viewers of mine who have subscribed to me. And I'm beyond thankful for the bits and the subscribers and so on and so forth. But today I wanted to get a video out for you guys, and this is something that I had a long discussion with a lot of people. I've talked about this with late night gaming, with Actman. I've gone back and forth with everyone, and one of the people that I actually had the longest discussion with was with a YouTuber that's going to be coming soon. His name is Helljumper. He's basically been a part of the Halo community without making videos and doing all sorts of things. He's not known for making maps, but he's known for being brutally honest, and I have a lot of respect for this guy. He's going to basically be, in my opinion, and this is the joke that me and him have kind of made, is that he's the next Colossal is Crazy of the Halo community, because for months he's been talking to me about his video that he's making. He's working on it, but he just wants it to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. I said, dude, you're about to become the next Colossal is Crazy of the Halo community. He's like, who the hell is that? I said, Colossal is Crazy. He's a commentator like Pyrocynical and so on and so forth. A lot of these guys in the commentary community, whatever the fuck, H3H3, so on and so forth. But the thing is that it takes him a year just to put out one fucking video a year, and you're sounding just like he does whenever people give him shit for making videos. And, we laughed it off, and I just said, dude, you got to get your voice out there, because honestly, you're one of the more intelligent people I've met on these subjects. And I think if you really work hard and you grind at it, you could grow a really good channel. I'll have his link down in the description. He hasn't made a video yet, but go and get ready, because I think that if he sees that number go up, he'll get the motivation to start getting videos out there. So go ahead, check him out. Really good kid, honestly. He's really putting a lot of time and effort into this YouTube channel to get it ready for whenever he finally goes live. But today's video is about us as consumers needing to show developers and publishers tough love. Yes, we need to do this. And you're probably saying, well, how do we do that? What, do we do it just like we did with EA and just, after a few days stop playing the game and stop supporting it and, bitch on Twitter? No. What we do is we never give them that $60. We never show them the support. We never pre-order. That's what we need to be doing. You know how when Halo 5 came out, we started hearing a lot of rumors of things that we didn't like microtransactions. Yet, we still gave them our $60. We shouldn't be doing that. That shouldn't be happening. That was a dumb move on our end, and honestly, sorry about that. Honestly, we just can't be doing that anymore. I know you want that shiny helmet or that sparrow, but don't give them the permission to take your money. Don't throw down your $5, your $60. Don't pay it all off. Don't even think about it until a few days after, once real reviews come out, when there's a lot of research that have been put out on the internet. You know how people were complaining about Destiny 2 and saying that we, have these boxes now that basically have the shaders, but they're limited to, 5, or, you only get a certain amount of them. And people were upset about it. And they said, I'm not going to support the game anymore. Well, what needs to happen is we need to wait. We need to wait. We don't need to be giving them the money, then finding out and then saying, oh, well, I've already bought the game. I'm fucked. I'm going to just trade it in at GameStop. Well, too late. You already gave them your money. You already gave them that $60. They don't care if you trade it in the next day. Do you think they give a fuck? No. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me. All they care about is what gets them money. And guess what? That's microtransactions, but we're starting to see a change. But we need to stand together in a revolution saying, this is not acceptable. We want this to change. And we need to not get all overhyped. We do not need to throw their money, throw them money and say, okay, I'm excited, let's get into it. Because that's where we have gone wrong. That's where we have fucked up. And we have just enabled them. So whenever it comes to that next big game you're excited for, don't throw down the $60. Don't preload your game. Don't pre-order it. Don't do any of that. Wait. Wait until the game actually comes out. Hear how many people have problems with it. See if those problems are something that's going to affect you, that's going to ruin your experience with the game, and then decide with your wallet. Decide, do I want to put money into a game? Look at the game I'm playing right now on the screen, Cuphead. A game that I was excited for, that I really wanted whenever I first saw this game back in 2015 and it was originally announced. We haven't gotten it since, we heard about it at first in 2015, but we didn't get it until 2017, this year. And I didn't pre-order it. I didn't put money down ahead of time. I waited. And then when the game came out, I was, excited. I was happy to hear that this game was as wonderful as it had basically been, touted. And I wanted to get the game because everything that everyone was saying about it met with my standards. It basically didn't have bullshit microtransactions. It was a game that you could feel the heart and soul of the developer in. It didn't feel like a shill of a shell of its former self. It didn't feel like, that original game that we saw had been changed and altered to fit microtransactions in. Just like how Star Wars Battlefront 2 has been changed and altered from its original forms back in 2004. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, didn't have microtransactions, but in 2017 we have them. But what's really messed up is, you guys remember hearing that whole thing about the conference call that happened with EA, right? You heard that conference call and they said, just so you guys know, don't worry, this will not ruin our, goals for the end of the year, for the what is it, the quarter or whatever. I don't know the exact term off the top of my head, but they basically say it won't affect our investors. It won't. If removing the microtransactions won't affect your investors, then why the fuck were the microtransactions there in the first place? Because you're greedy. You're scumbags. You're liars and thieves, EA. And the truth is that you don't give a fuck about us. For fuck's sake, one of your investors, who is supposedly a journalist, went on his, whatever site it was, I forget because I didn't really give a fuck to remember, and went on saying gamers are being bullshit. They're lying. They're being too fucking triggered by microtransactions. No, you motherfucking greedy cunt. I see what you're going for because you don't want to lose your money. You don't want to lose that because you're invested in them. Don't fucking lie. You call yourself a journalist, I call you a fucking scumbag lying piece of shit. That's what I think of that person. Whoever the fuck his raw name is, I don't even want to fucking remember it because he's probably a piece of trash. We have to be better than in the past. We cannot be accepting of these bullshit, basically microtransactions, these things that we don't want. If you want to support this shit, fine. Go ahead. I don't want anything to do with you. But I feel like I need to improve. I feel like as consumers, we need to improve. And if you think that whatever, when it comes to a game that is acceptable, that, it meets all your standards, fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Spend your money. Spend it. Let them screw you over in the end. Let them. But we as a whole need to be better. And I hope that this gets over and across to people and people start realizing, hey, you know what? He's right. Because if not, this is going to continue to happen. And yeah, We may not see another Star Wars game for a couple of years, but they're not going to go away forever. Do you think Disney is that dumb that they'll never make another, Star Wars game? No. They're just going to give it to someone else. They're going to give it to a competent developer. They're going to give it to a competent publisher. And if that publisher and developer don't come up to our standards whenever it comes to another Star Wars game, guess what? We're not going to support them. We're not going to support them. And then it's going to repeat the process over and over and over again until they get it fucking right. Because it doesn't matter what they want. It doesn't matter what the developer or EA or whatever wants. It's about what we want as consumers. That's what matters. We're the people that pay their checks. We're the people that give them the money to continue developing. But if they don't come up to our standards, if they don't live up to what they promise us and how the game is going to be improved and how it's going to be worth that $60 purchase, then we're not going to throw that $60 their way. We're going to give it to developers that do deserve it. And it seems like the indie scene has honestly been a lot more effective than the actual mainstream AAAs. I've had more fun playing Cuphead than any AAA that's come out this year. Not even kidding you. I'm not even lying. Cuphead has been more fun for me than any modern AAA game this year. And a lot of people are saying, well, you're playing PUBG, aren't you? That's not considered a AAA. That's considered maybe a single A or a double A, or maybe even an indie. It all depends on your perspective. I've considered it kind of an indie, just like how a lot of people consider what is H1Z1 an indie. It's just all perspective. But whenever it comes to the big guys, you look at EA, Activision, Ubisoft, Microsoft, so on and so forth. It's got to basically start cutting those ties. You got to start cutting them down and saying, no, we're not okay with this. Get better, get good. Just to make a little joke there, but it's going to start happening. With me, I'm not buying games day one anymore. This has really opened my eyes to the bullshit that's been going on. And things have to start changing from, us up. Basically, it's got to start changing with us, and then change will start happening with the developers, with the publishers, because they're not going to be getting that money to basically support them. They're going to be like, oh, fuck. They're smartering up. We got to, guys, we got to stop trying to bullshit them, because if not, oh, we're fucked. Whenever it comes to Halo 6, and, we haven't heard anything about Halo 6, I have no reasons to believe it's coming out anytime soon, but whenever that comes out, I guarantee you, whenever we see the first trailer, if it doesn't live up to what I'm looking for in a Halo game, what Matt's looking for in a Halo game, if it, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and, after E3, I'm not going to, get all excited and stuff. And after E3, as we watch it go, you're going to hear more and more stories. You're going to hear, oh, well, we're going to have microtransactions still. Okay, how are you going to implement them? Are they going to be as bullshit as your rec packs? No, they won't. Okay, I got my eyes on you. And then the game comes out. I'm not buying it day one. My friend Phil said, hey, we should do another Halo live stream. I'm like, I'd be interested, but I don't want to support the game, and purchase it. He's like, well, it's going to have split screen, I'll buy it. I said, dude, don't. Wait. And, we've had this giant, argument because he wants to do that kind of exciting live stream and stuff. And I just want to be a smarter consumer. And the thing that drives me nuts is I'm going to wait a few days. Wait until I see how these microtransactions or whatever their plans are for the game are going to be implemented. And then I'll decide with my wallet. Does this Halo game live up to what I want? Is it what I want as a consumer, as a Halo fan? Yeah, then I'll give them my $60. But if not, I'm gone. I'm done. I'll wait. And then guess what? Things will have to change. Because they're not getting my $60. They're not getting someone else's $60. They're not getting that revenue. They're losing fans. They're going to start losing them just like EA will. And then things will have to start to change. But it starts with us, guys. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with all of us. And we need to stop. We need to make things change. And the only way we can is deciding with our wallet. The only way we can is by telling developers and publishers No. This is not acceptable, and I will not be supporting you. That's all we can do. And it's got to start right now. It should start sooner, but it needs to start now more than ever. And I really hope you guys will basically be following, through with this and really think about this as you're listening to this video. Is he right? Is he wrong? If you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. I understand. You want to play the game day one with all your friends. I understand. But sometimes you just have to say, no guys, I'm going to wait. And watch, your friends are going to buy the game, they're going to play it for a week, and then they're going to be disappointed. And guess what? You'll still have your $60 to throw towards another game you're looking forward to that won't screw you over with microtransactions, won't screw you over with overpriced DLC. And then, afterwards, then you can figure out what the next game is. And then you can say, hey guys, why don't you look at this game? After reviews come out and after you give it a little bit of time. Don't buy day one. Don't buy day one. Wait. Be patient. We're better than this, guys. That's all for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, leave a like on the video. If you didn't, go ahead, leave a dislike. If you guys want to have a discussion with me about this and have a conversation, let me know down in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, you know how it is. I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion. And either you love it or you hate it. That's perfectly fine. Maybe you can change my mind on a few things. Maybe you can add to something I missed out on saying in this video. But in all honesty, it's got to change for all of us. And I hope you'll, I hope you'll really think about it. But as always, guys, GamerJlee signing out.